Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'm here live at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you some high school boys volleyball action between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. Although it may be Framingham that's named the Flyers, it is Brookline who is flying high, as it were, into this match. They're off to a 2-0 start to this season after back-to-back 3-1 wins over Weymouth and rival Newton North. So plenty to be excited about so far for this Brookline High boys volleyball team. As you can see from the clock on the scoreboard, we are about a minute away from getting this one underway. So we'll quickly go over the Brookline High roster. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get the Framingham High roster. That's my fault, my bad there. I'll see if I can get it at some point, maybe between sets or something. But for now, here's what I've got for the Brookline lineup. We've got number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Number 2, Corey Zetto. Number 28, Nikhil Wong. Number 16, Wes Price. Number 23, Toby Mendels. Number 3, Kota Sukata. Number 14, Adam Denker. Number 1, Jacob Smagula. Number 8, Fletcher Poon. Number 15, Briano Ufano Dem. Number 11, Kevin Lee. Number 18, Julian Vesneski. Number 31, Charlie Perdue. Number 32, Cam Gilek. And number 27, Jason Rich. And last on the roster is Stanley Peng, who does not have a jersey number on the roster that I have received. So these two teams about ready to get underway. You heard the buzzer there. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here live at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts to bring you coverage of this high school boys volleyball matchup. Brookline sends out its opening roster, and it looks like we're going to have number 18, Julian Vesneski, number 2, Corey Zetto, number 8, Fletcher Poon, number 11, Kevin Lee, number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer, and the last one, can't quite read his jersey, hoping he turns. Looks like number 16, and that is Wes Price. So that rounds out the starting rotation for Brookline as we get ready to start this first set. A reminder, high school volleyball matches are best of 5. First to 3 sets wins. If the two teams are tied at 2 sets apiece and go to a 5th set, while the normal first 4 sets will be first to 25, win by 2. The 5th set, if necessary, will be first to 15, win by 2. And it looks like Brookline has sent in one of their libero players. It looks like number 27, Jason Rich. Seems he has checked in, replacing number 16, Wes Price. Once again, Brookline riding high coming into this one with a 2-0 record to start the season. They defeated Weymouth in their season opener 3-1, and then came up with a big win over rival Newton North on the road on Friday. Once again, 3-1. Anytime you get to beat a longtime local rival like Newton North, you know the team is riding high. So here we go. First serve will go to Framingham. It'll be the Flyers' number 20 serving it away. And here we go. Serve is received, bumped up, and bumped over by Rich. Received by Framingham. They set it up. Tap over, kind of awkward. Received by Zetto. Next by Orlando Milbauer. And now the spike is slightly deflected and then received. And they try to push it over, nothing doing. So a bit of sloppy execution there by Framingham, and the point goes to Brookline. Last hit came from number 11, Kevin Lee, who now gets set up for the serve. 1-0 the score in favor of Brookline here in the first set. Running serve by Lee, goes for an ace. Kevin Lee starting this match off with a bang. A nice running, jumping serve there. Dipped at the perfect angle. Framingham's number 2 had no chance. Lee with another serve and a 2-0 lead. This one goes deep. Did it hit the back line? They say it did. How about Kevin Lee to start off this match? The third hit doesn't quite get a kill, but still gets the point, and then back-to-back service aces, one shallow, one deep. Another serve from Lee, deep again, but this time too long. So the ball goes back to Framingham, although Brookline holding on to a 3-1 lead. After a nice couple of serves from Kevin Lee, it'll be Framingham's number 8 serving this one away. Up and over it goes. Taken by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zetto. Spike Orlando Milbauer is received. Framingham trying to keep it alive, but I think they're going to call the double hit. Indeed they do. They call the double hit on the set. And so they get the point off the spike by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. And now on serve will be number 8, Fletcher Poon. 4-1 the Brookline lead here in the first set. Here comes the serve from Poon. It's received, followed up, and they just have to bump it over. Taken by Lee, set by Zetto. The spike is deflected but goes over. They send it back, set by Orlando Milbauer, and I think they're going to call the double hit. Indeed they do. The attempted spike by Julian Vesneski could not quite make it over the net. Well, actually it did make it over the net, but didn't go for the kill. Framingham stayed in the point, and Brookline made the mistake. 4-2 the score in favor of the Warriors. Framingham's number 26 lining up to serve. Again, my apologies for not having the Framingham lineup. Serve goes up and over, received by Orlando Milbauer, kind of awkwardly, followed up by Zetto. The spike by Vesneski goes long. So a couple of mistakes there. First the double hit by Orlando Milbauer, and now the long spike by Vesneski. Score is now 4-3. Serve goes long, and Brookline's going to take it right back. Serving up will be Vesneski. Sends it up and over, received. Set by number 20. The spike by 14 is taken by Rich, followed up by Zetto. Spike Orlando Milbauer goes through the blockers for the kill. Brookline's first kill of the day comes from Zachary Orlando Milbauer, and they take a 6-3 lead. Vesneski back on the serve. Sends it long. So it goes right back to Framingham as Brookline holds a 6-4 lead. And it looks like Vesneski will check out in favor of number 28, Nikhil Wong. Looks like it'll be Framingham's number 25 on the serve. Sends it into the net, and it'll go right back to Brookline. Orlando Milbauer now at the serve. Brookline with a 7-4 lead. Jumping serve goes over, received, set by 20, spike by 2, barely goes over, heads up play by Zetto to keep it alive, followed up by Wong. The spike off the net cord and recovered. That was the spike by Kevin Lee, and now they try and push it over and push it right into the net. Nice play by Corey Zetto off the net cord. Keep that point alive and get Brookline the point as this serve goes long from Orlando Milbauer. Or are they saying, oh, nope, they did say it went long. So I believe the score should be about 8-5. Either way, it'll be number 2 serving for Framingham, and he serves right into the net. Framingham having trouble with their serves early on. That makes it 9-5. And it'll be the libero, Jason Rich, on the serve for the Warriors. Looks like we got a bit of a pause. Maybe some confusion over substitutions. And now here comes the serve from Rich. It's received, and they're going to awkwardly send it over on 2, taken by Zetto, followed up by Wong. The spike is blocked. No, they said it went under the net. Bit of a weird look there off the spike from Fletcher Poon. For a second, it looked like he got blocked at the net, but umps say no. Angle too low, kill for Poon. Now Framingham trying to get the serve back over, and that's going to go way long. Brookline riding a few points here. They've got an 11-5 lead here in the first set over Framingham. Jason Rich back on serve. Sends it shallow and awkwardly received, and they're not going to get this one over. You got to be ready for that occasional shallow serve in a no man's land. Nicely placed by Jason Rich. 12-5, the Brookline lead. Now here comes the serve from Rich. Received by Framingham, awkward again, close to the wall, but they keep it alive. And the awkward spike attempt goes right into the net. I don't know about the decision to spike on that one. That was an awkward angle for a second hit. And at that point, you just got to get the ball over. But the mistake from Framingham gives Brookline a 13-5 lead. Another serve from Rich. Drops low, but received. Followed up. They go for the long spike, received by Rich. Set by Wong. Spike by Zetto is going to go long. Nice idea going to the far corner, but just a little too much juice on that one. And it'll be 13-6. Serve by Framingham's number 1 goes right into the net. Framingham cannot find a serve this set, and that's going to cost them if they don't get that together. Julian Vesneski back into the game, replacing Nikhil Wong. And it'll be Corey Zetto lining up for the serve. And the serve goes right into the net. Now, this is my first game covering the Brookline boys volleyball team, so if I'm messing up the pronunciation on any of the players' names, please let me know in the live chat. I want to give these fellas the best coverage I can, the best coverage they deserve. Framingham bringing the serve, and that's going to go way long, not even close. 15-7, Brookline now leads as Kevin Lee lines up for the serve. Lee with the serve, received, followed up, spiked right into the net by number 26. Up there at the net for the block attempt was Fletcher Poon and Julian Vesneski. Not necessarily necessary, but they were there if it was needed. 16-8 the score. Lee with another serve. That one is going to be returned. Did it hit the line? They're going to say no, it went wide. A nice watch from Jason Rich after a nice serve from Kevin Lee. 17-8 the Brookline lead. And that serve is going to go long. Kevin Lee's had some beautiful serves in this first set. And if he can keep them in for more than a couple serves at a time, then that's just going to be absolutely lethal going forward in the season. Serve from Framingham goes long. The Flyers can't seem to buy a point on their serves, as Brookline now leads 18-9 here in the first set, and it'll be Fletcher Poon on the serve for Brookline. Poon sends it into the net. Brookline getting a small case of the falsies here on their serves late in this first set. Timeout is now called, and we have a bit of a pause in the action. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this high school boys volleyball match between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. Currently in the first set, Brookline leads Framingham 18-10. Doing pretty well so far. Framingham just not looking like the same level of team that Brookline is early on. Plenty of sloppy execution on getting points over the net. Not able to really set up any good set plays. Their serves are wildly inconsistent. They've just had their fair share of struggles. And so while Brookline's execution hasn't always been perfect, they've had some nice plays here and there, and they've been able to take advantage of Framingham's mistakes to take this 18-10 lead. Coming back out on the floor for Brookline will be Vesneski, Seto, Orlando Milbauer, Lee, Rich, and Wes Price rounding out the lineup. Framingham's number 26 on the serve for the Flyers as they trail 18-10 here in the first set. Serve is up and over. Taken by Lee, set by Zeto, and whiffed on the spike. Mistimed on the jump, or misplaced on the set, whatever it was. Some kind of miscommunication between Corey Zeto and Wes Price. And Framingham gets a point. 18-11 the score. Serve goes up and over, taken by Rich, set by Zeto. This time it's Orlando Milbauer with a beauty. Laser of a spike from Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Hand to hardwood for the kill. 19-11 the score, as it'll be number 28 Nikhil Wong checking in, replacing Julian Vesneski. And it'll be Wong getting the serve with Brookline leading 19-11. Serve from Wong goes up and over. It's received by Framingham. The second hit, it's kind of awkward, and they're not going to be able to follow that one up. A lower return from number 2 than what was wanted, and number 20 tried to keep it alive, but couldn't get it up in the air for a third hit. 20-11, Brookline leads. Another serve from Wong, and that's going to go for an ace. A bit of miscommunication there between numbers 2 and 6 on Framingham's side, and it went right off the chest of number 6. 21-11. Wong back on serve. Up and over it goes. Received cleanly by 2 this time. Set by 20. The spike goes right into the net. Spike attempted by number 14. Too much of a downward angle. Brookline now leads 22-11. Wong another serve. Received by number 2. Set by 20. And I think they're going to call the double hit on the set. Indeed they are. And Brookline's going to take a 23-11 lead. Wong on serve. Received by the libero number 1. Set by 20. Tapped over by 25, dug out by Rich, set by Wong, spiked by Zeto is received. We got a bit of a rally going now. Framingham spikes it and spikes it long. A nice job by Jason Rich laying out for the dig there to keep his team in the point long enough for Framingham to make a mistake. Set point for Brookline, 24-11. Another serve from Wong is a laser, dug out. Orlando Milbauer takes it, then Wong, then Orlando Milbauer for the kill to end it. An exclamation point from the hand of Zachary Orlando Milbauer. And Brookline takes the first set over Framingham, 25-11. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, and I'll be back with the second set of this match after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you the second set of this high school boys volleyball matchup between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. The home team took the first set in style with relative ease. 25-11 was the score. And now they'll be trying to follow it up. Looking at the lineup for this set, we see Kevin Lee, Julian Vesneski, Fletcher Poon, Nikhil Wong, Wes Price, and the libero #1, Jacob Smagula. But it looks like Corey Zetto's going to check in. Smagula standing off to the side, as I guess they're getting ready to sub Smagula in for somebody. Just got to get the technicalities right for the substitution. And it looks like it will be Wes Price checking out for Smagula. So the lineup right now for Brookline: number 11, Kevin Lee; number 1, the libero Jacob Smagula; number 2, Corey Zetto; number 18, Julian Vesneski; number 8, Fletcher Poon; and number 28, Nikhil Wong. And it'll be Zetto bringing the first serve of this second set, and here we go. Received by Framingham, set by number 20. Number 25 for an awkward spike, and that's just going to miss completely. Framingham has not been able to get their spikes off so far today, as now Zetto prepares for his serve. Up and over it goes. Taken by number 2, followed up by number 1, and no one for the third hit. Timeout called by Framingham after a pair of sloppy sequences where they just gave the points to Brookline. You can tell the difference in experience between these two teams right now. Framingham still trying to get a grasp of the fundamentals, and I'm not trying to knock them. You know, it takes practice, it takes time, and it takes experience to get the hang of any sport, volleyball very much included. And Framingham clearly just in a bit of a building stage with their team. Brookline, meanwhile, if the coach is going to give them any sort of a assignment today, it's don't play down to the competition. Keep playing the way you know you can play so that next time when you're facing a stronger opponent, you can play the way you know you can play. 2-0 the score here in the second set. Brookline took the first set 25-11. And as we come out of the timeout, it'll still be Brookline's Corey Zetto on serve after his first two serves could not be sent back over, thanks to some mistakes on the attempted set plays by Framingham. Zetto's serve this time is dug out by number 1, followed up by 20, tapped over, received by Smagula, set by Zetto, spiked by Wisniewski. Oh, did he touch the net? They're gonna say no, he got the kill. That was close for a second. It seemed like his hand might have touched the net on that spike, but got the kill in time. 3-0. Serve by Zetto. They're going to say just long. Brookline's had a few different players give us some nice spikes today. A couple nice ones last set by Zachary Orlando Milbauer. A nice one just there by Wisniewski. Serve now coming from Framingham, and it's going to go long and give it right back to Brookline as they take a 4-1 lead. And it'll be Wisniewski who got the kill that got them their most recent point, now taking the serve with the 4-1 lead. Wisniewski sends it away, and that's going to go for an ace. One thing that's been very cool for me this first game I'm covering of this team is watching the different service styles of these guys. Everyone's got their own form of a toss-up. Some of them do running and jumping serves. Some of them just do standing. Wisniewski sends this one away. Taken by number 1, set by number 20, pushed over by number 2, received by Fletcher Poon, followed up by Corey Zetto. Spiked by Nikhil Wong is going to go long. Wong's had a little trouble early in this match with those deep roll shots he's going for. He's sent a couple long. Again, nice ideas. Just gotta, make sure they dip a little more. You gotta put a little more of a dip on those. Number 26 cannot serve it over, and so that'll go right back to Brookline with a 6-2 lead. Wes Price checks into the game for Brookline, replacing Jacob Smagula, and it'll be number 8 Fletcher Poon on the serve for Brookline. Poon sends it away, received by number 2, followed up by number 20, pushed over by number 1, received by Poon, set by Zetto, quick spike by Price for the kill. That's what you want out of your middle hitter, a nice, quick release off the short set. That was very well executed. Great timing between Zetto and Price. Serve by Poon is dug out, followed up awkwardly, and then just pushed over by number 1, taken by Wisniewski, set by Zetto, tapped over by Lee, received by 20, sent over on 2, and they're going to get the point. A well-placed second hit tap by number 14. Framingham hasn't done a lot of on-2 or on-1 hits by design. Mostly they've had to do them out of desperation. But that was a nice, tricky move there by number 14 to get the point. 7-3, the Brookline lead. The serve goes right into the net from number 25, and it goes right back to Brookline. Wait, what? I think they're going to give the point to Framingham. I think they're going to say like an illegal formation on Brookline or something. Yeah, it looks like they gave the point to Framingham. 7-4 is now the score. So number 25 is going to get another chance. And this one goes up and over. Received by Smagula, followed up awkwardly by Zetto, and that's not going to get returned. The service returned by Smagula was not in a good spot for the second hitter, but Zetto still tried to chase after it. Nothing doing there. Another serve goes over, and this time it goes long. A nice watch by Smagula. Gets Brookline back on serve. It'll be 8-5, although the scoreboard currently reads 7-6. There it is, 8-5. And it'll be Nikhil Wong on serve for Brookline. Served by Wong. Received by number 10, followed up by 20. Punched over by number 2, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Spike by Lee is going to go off the net cord and go for the kill. 9-5, the Brookline lead after a nice spike off the net cord by Kevin Lee. Nikhil Wong back on the serve. Serve goes up and away, received awkwardly by 1, followed up, and then bumped over by 20, received by Smagula, set by Wong. Quick spike by Price off the net cord for another kill. Zetto and Price had that embarrassing whiff on their first attempted connection back in the first set, but since then they've had a couple of really nice connections on the quick spikes. And a shallow serve there goes for an ace from Nikhil Wong. I think that one was by design. You could tell he took sort of a shorter swing and was just trying to dip it over. That was like the equivalent of a drop shot in tennis. That was nice. 11-5, and now a serve from Wong is received by number 1, followed up by 20, and number 1 can't get it over. 12-5, the Brookline lead here in the second set. Wong getting ready for another serve, this time coming from the middle. Sends it over to the far side. It's received by 10, followed up by 1, bumped over by 20, taken by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Spike by Zetto is blocked, recovered by Price, set by Wong. Spike by Price gets through the blocker this time. Another nice kill from middle hitter Wes Price. The blocker was right there but couldn't get the height on it. Couldn't get under it. And so that'll be a kill, 13-5 Brookline. Serve by Wong goes for another ace. They can't follow that one up. He typically goes for these laser serves that fly deep into the zone, but then sometimes he mixes it up with a shallow drop that just throws the receivers off their course. Another serve off the net cord, recovered, kept alive by 20. Spiked over, received by Vesneski, followed up by Wong, spiked by Lee, and that's going to drop in the back for a kill. Beautifully placed, and you can hear the enthusiasm from the Brookline players after that one. I mean, such a long second hit from Nikhil Wong was perfectly placed as they call a timeout. After the receive by Vesneski, Wong sent his second hit basically across the court from one sideline to the other, and it was a high flyer, and yet Kevin Lee still timed it perfectly, and instead of just going for a straight downward spike, he went for a long shot to the back and placed it dang near perfectly. You know, Brookline might not be facing a program that's at the same level that they are, but they are still getting the chance to really show what they're capable of doing, getting some really nice points here and there. 15-5 is currently the score here in the second set. Brookline took the first set 25-11, and they look well on their way to a second set win. And I'll tell you what, Brookline's execution looks looks a lot crisper, a lot smoother in this second set than they did in the first set. You know, I think the most apt metaphor for their two sets is on that first set, Wes Price whiffed on a spike attempt, and now in this one, I think he's already got 3 kills. 15-5 the score. Nikhil Wong back on serve. They've been on a long streak with him at the serve. And his serve goes over again. Sent over on 2 by 20, taken by Wong. Set by Zeto. The spike from Lee goes into the net. Right as I mentioned the long point streak. Hopefully that's my only announcer jinx for the day. And it looks like it'll be number 2 on the serve for Framingham as Brookline leads 15-6. Number 2 with the serve goes wide. (16-6) the Brookline lead, and it'll be Kevin Lee on serve. And up and over and shallow. They dig it out on 1. Taken by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Spike by Vesneski. Hits the back line for the kill. Brookline just showing off the multitude of powerful hitters they have on this team. We've seen Zachary Orlando Milbauer, we've seen Wes Price, and we've seen Julian Vesneski all come up with some really nice ones. As Kevin Lee, another one of those nice hitters, but he sends this serve long. 17-7. Number 1 on the serve, and awkwardly taken, and that's going to be an ace. Bit of miscommunication there between Lee and Smagula. Ultimately went off of the arms of Lee for the ace. 17-8. Another serve from number 1, taken by Smagula. Followed up by Wong. Spike from Vesneski is blocked, but out of bounds. And it'll be Fletcher Poon checking in, replacing Wes Price. 18-8, the Brookline leads. Smagula on serve, sends it up and over. Received by Framingham, followed up by number 20. Attempted spike from number 8 is dug out by Kevin Lee, followed up by Wong. Spike by Vesneski. Does that land in? No, they're going to say long. You could tell Brookline thought that one landed in. Vesneski thought he had that one. But instead it'll be a point to Framingham, 18-9, as number 20 will be on the serve. Serve goes up and over and long. 19-9, now the Brookline lead after another faulty serve from Framingham. And it'll be Corey Zetto on serve. Serve from Zetto, received by number 1, followed up by number 20. Attempted spike from 25 goes over, but received by Smagula. Set by Zetto. Spike from Wong goes deep. Did it hit the back line? They're going to say yes. Nikhil Wong has been trying to hit those deep roll shots, and he catches the back line on that one for a nice kill. 20-9 the score. Serve from Zetto, received by number 1, followed up by 20. Attempted spike over, received by Smagula, set by Zetto. Spike Vesneski goes into the net. I think that set was a little further back from the net than Vesneski was expecting, and so he was just slightly out of position as he signals my bad on that one. 20-10, the Brookline lead. Serve from Framingham, dips shallow, sent over on 1. Sent back on 1, received by Zetto. Sort of a double hit there. Tapped over by Wong, received by Framingham. Followed up by number 1. Awkward spike, but still goes over. Taken by Zetto. Followed up by Lee. And the failed tap by Vesneski gives the point to Framingham. Credit to Framingham. They've had trouble getting their set plays over the net. They just kept things simple that time, sent them over, and lasted long enough for Brookline to make a mistake. 20-11, and this serve goes into the net. 21-11, the Brookline lead. And it'll be Vesneski on the serve. Sends a laser, received, followed up, and tapped over. Received by Zetto, set by Smagula, tapped over by Wong, but blocked. Can Brookline keep it alive? How did they get that one over? They keep it alive. Framingham whiffs on the spike, and Brookline gets the point. Fantastic efforts from Corey Zetto, Fletcher Poon, and finally Jacob Smagula to get that one over when it was hanging about 6 inches off of the hardwood. 22-11, the serve from Vesneski, awkwardly received but followed up by number 1. Spiked over by 25, dug out by Smagula, set by Zetto, spike by Wong is received. Framingham now trying to get it over, tapped over by 25, received by Vesneski, set by Zetto. Quick spike from Poon is going to go long. 22-12 now the score. Framingham's number 26 now on the serve. Up and over it goes, and it goes long. Brookline back on serve, 2 points away from taking the second set. They lead 23-12 as Wes Price comes in, replacing Jacob Smagula. Smagula had a couple nice diving digs out of the libero position. And now Fletcher Poon with the serve, received, followed up by 20, punched into the net by 2, and that's going to put Brookline at set point. Fletcher Poon serving to finish this second set in Brookline's favor. Serve up and over, received by 2, followed up by 20. Spike by 1, goes off the net cord and is taken by Vesneski, and I think they're saying that was an illegal hit on Framingham, and Brookline takes the point. And you hate to end a set that way, especially as both teams were, looking a lot sharper than they did in the first set. But ultimately, it's an illegal hit that ends the set. 25-12, Brookline takes it, and they now lead 2-0. Brookline 1 set away from taking this match. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live from Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, and I will be back with the third set after a short mute break. Stay tuned. And I'm back here at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, here to bring you the third and possibly final set of this high school boys volleyball match between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Framingham High Flyers. Brookline has taken the first 2 sets of this best-of-5 match by some pretty comfortable scores of 25-11 and 25-12. One more set and Brookline will improve to 3-0 on the season, as once again they opened with 2 wins last week over Weymouth and over rival Newton North. Brookline sending out their starting lineup for the 3rd set. Looks like it's going to be number 18, Julian Vesneski, number 16, Wes Price, number 11, Kevin Lee, number 28, Nikhil Wong, number 8, Fletcher Poon, and it looks like number 14, Adam Denker, seeing the floor for the first time, but he might just be there to check out for the libero, number 1, Jacob Smagula. Smagula might not have been getting any points for the team as a defensive player, but he certainly had a number of nice diving digs. He had some of the bigger highlights of that 2nd set, I would say, along with some other players like Wes Price had a number of nice quick spikes from the middle hitter position, and we saw some other nice kills from hitters like Julian Vesneski and Kevin Lee. So indeed, Denker checks out in favor of Smagula. And so it'll be Smagula, Poon, Lee, Wong, Vesneski, and Price starting the 3rd set for Brookline. Framingham will be bringing the serve. This will be number 20. Serve goes up and over, dug out by Fletcher Poon, followed up by Wong. Spike from Vesneski goes through the blockers for the kill. Bit of a distance back from the net, but Vesneski still got a nice hit on it that got through the blockers and gives Brookline a 1-0 lead. Nikhil Wong on serve for Brookline. Serve up and over, taken by number 1, followed up by number 20. The spike is going to go long. Brookline off to another good start, 2-0, and Nikhil Wong goes back on serve. He had a nice streak of service points in that 2nd set. We'll see what he does here. This serve is received by 1, followed up by 20, and they cannot tap it over. Too close to the net that time. And number 25 couldn't get it over the net regardless. 3-0 the Brookline lead. Wong back on serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out, but not over the net. Number 1, the libero, was trying to get that one over after just barely digging it out, but couldn't get it over the net. 4-0 the Brookline lead after the ace by Nikhil Wong. This serve, however, is going to go wide. So Brookline opens the set with 4 straight points and now leads 4-1. It'll be Framingham's number 8 on the serve. Jumping serve up and over, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spike by Lee. They're going to say it went wide. Four to 2 after a pair of Brookline mistakes. Framingham's number 8 sends it up and over again, received by Poon, set by Wong, spike by Vesneski, is going to go long. 3 straight erroneous hits by Brookline have given Framingham 3 unanswered points to make this a 1-point set, 4-3. Serve up and over, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spike by Lee, this time for the kill. The blockers, number 14 and number 25, were there But a nice downward angle off the spike from Kevin Lee sends their block straight into the net. 5-3 now Brookline leads, and it'll be Julian Vesneski on serve for the Warriors. Got a bit of a pause in the action. Officials discussing something, I guess. Not sure what precisely. Maybe some technicality about the team's formations or something. Either way, here's the serve from Vesneski, and that's going to go for an ace. Serve went right at the face of Framingham's number 1, and he couldn't get a clean return off it. 6-3 now the score. Vesneski serves right into the net. 6-4 now the Brookline lead. All 4 Framingham points thus far have come from erroneous serves or erroneous spikes. As Framingham now gets set for a substitution, I think. Or maybe they're just getting in formation. Either way, the serve by number 1, dug out by Smagula, followed up awkwardly by Wong, and Vesneski can't get the third hit over. That was just awkward the whole way. I don't think Smagula was in the position he wanted to be for that service return, and so his hit didn't go into a good spot. Vesneski has trouble with this one, and Brookline is not going to get this one over again. You know what? That was just a pretty nice serve. I don't think Vesneski was ready for that one. It's all tied up at 6. Received by Vesneski, set by Wong. Spike by Poon goes for the kill, and Brookline retakes the lead immediately. Adam Denker checks in, replacing Wes Price. And Brookline with a narrow 1-point lead as the libero, Jacob Smagula, is now on serve. Serve goes up and over, received by number 1, set by number 20. Spike by number 2 is blocked, but Framingham recovers. And another attempted spike by number 2, this time he whiffs on it. A nice block by number 14, Adam Denker, right after checking into the game. And Brookline now with an 8-6 lead. The serve by Smagula, received awkwardly, and a bit of miscommunication on the second hit between numbers 20 and 25. And so Brookline now with a 9-6 lead. Smagula on the serve again, received by number 2, set by number 20, and no one's there. So another mistake on the set play by Framingham, and Brookline now leads 10-6. Smagula sends it over, dug out by number 2, sent over on 2 by number 20, received by Smagula, set by Wong, quick spike by Denker, and that's going to be a kill. And look at the enthusiasm from the Brookline bench there. They are certainly happy with the points that number 14, Adam Denker, is getting here in this third set. A nice quick spike out of the middle hitter position on that one, and we got a timeout called by Framingham. 11-6, the Warriors lead here in the third set. They have a 2-0 lead over the Flyers after winning the first set 25-11 and the second set 25-12. Framingham was actually able to keep things relatively close early in this set, even tying the game up for the first time at 6 apiece. That was the first tied score of this match outside of 0-0. Granted, most of those points came off of some unforced errors from Brookline, but a point is a point. And so Brookline has now responded to that tied up score with 5 unanswered points. Starting with a spike from Fletcher Poon and following that up with both a mix of Framingham errors and a couple of nice points from Adam Danker. Action's back underway, served by Smagula. Trying to get it over. The third hit by 20, received by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Lee, is going to go long. So Framingham takes the first point out of the timeout. 11-7 now the score, and it'll be number 25 on serve. Up and into the net it goes. 12-7, Brookline leads, and it'll be Kevin Lee on serve. Lee with the serve off the net cord, but dug out by number 1, set by 20, and they're going to call the double hit. (13-7), Lee back on serve. Up and over it goes, received by number 1, sent over on 2 by 20, received by number 1 by Smagula, set by Wong, quick spike by Danker for another kill. What a set he's having. Adam Danker providing some highlights out of the middle hitter position here in the third set as Brookline now leads 14-7. Lee with the serve, drops shallow and they can't dig it out. That's going to be an ace. (15-7), the Warriors now lead over the Flyers here in the third set. Lee back to serve again. Another one drops shallow. This time they dig it out. Follow it up, spiked over by number 2, received by Vesneski, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, and they can't get that one. That's going to be a kill for Fletcher Poon. (16-7), the Brookline lead. A nice streak of points coming from the serves of Kevin Lee. Up and over, this one is taken, followed up by number 1. Pushed over by number 2, received by Vesneski. Second hit by Wong, goes off the net, and they're not going to follow that one up. Some awkward hits there, not placed where anyone wanted them to, and Framingham's going to get the point there. 16-8 the score. Number 2 on serve for the Flyers. Sends it up and over, taken by Poon. Set by Wong, spike again by Danker. Adam Danker having himself a set here. Some great quick spikes from the middle hitter position. As we've now got a substitution for Brookline, this is number 3, Kota Sukata, seeing the floor for the first time as he replaces Kevin Lee. 17-8 the Brookline lead. Poon with the serve. Received by number 2, set by 20. The spike by 8, and a couple of Brookline players actually hit the net while on defense. Adam Danker is signaling, my fault, my fault. I'm not sure what quite happened. It looked like both he and Nikhil Wong were going for the block there, but Danker is saying it was his mistake there. Either way, it looked like both of them crashed into the net. 17-9 now the score. Framingham's number 26 on the serve. Up and over it goes, received by Poon. Set by Wong, spiked by Vesneski, is sent back on 1. Received by Sukata, set by Wong, spiked by Poon. This time is going to go for the kill. Another nice kill from Fletcher Poon. He's had a few nice points this set. And we got another substitution for Brookline. Looks like this is going to be number 31, Charlie Perdue, checking in, replacing Julian Vesneski. Brookline with a handy lead here over Framingham in the third, and what looks like it's going to be the final set of this match. And so Brookline bringing out some of their depth, as it looks like subbing out will also be Adam Denker. And in his place comes Wes Price, another middle hitter that's had some nice highlights so far this match. Looks like there's a bit of discussion and confusion about the substitutions. And it looks like Jacob Smagula is coming out and Denker is coming back in. That looked like it might have been Smagula's idea to keep Denker in the game as he serves, and it goes right into the net. I guess they wanted to give him one chance at serving as Smagula comes back into the game after giving his teammate a shot at the serve there. 18-10 the score in favor of Brookline. Serve over by number 20 is taken by nobody, but it goes long. 19-10 now the Brookline lead as Nikhil Wong will be on serve for the Warriors. Serve by Wong, a laser taken by number 1, followed up by number 20. Spike by number 8 is dug out by Wong, followed up by Smagula. Long roll shot by Poon, received by number 2, followed up by nobody, and that's going to be a point for Brookline. Bit of confusion there between number 20 and number 1 on Framingham's side. And they just ended up in a staring contest watching the ball drop. Wong back on serve with a 20-10 lead here in the third set. Serve is into the net, and that'll be a point for Framingham. 20-11 the score. It'll be Framingham's number 8 on the serve. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Poon. Followed up by Wong after a bit of confusion. Bumped over by Smagula. Received by 1. Set by 20. Tapped over by 2. Received by Price. Followed up by Wong. Spike by Poon. A nice placement. Really nice idea there. Nikhil Wong sent his set to a middle spot instead of the usual near to the net spot that you would expect. And Fletcher Poon with a nice long spike for yet another kill. He's had a very nice set here in the third set. 21-11, and it'll be Charlie Perdue on the serve. He sends it up and over, and we've got a whistle. Might have been an illegal formation on Framingham as they just give the point to Brookline. 22-11, now the lead for the Warriors. They are 3 points away from taking this match. Bit of a discussion going on. I feel like there's always a bit of confusion sometimes when those kind of points are taken by a team because of some kind of incorrect serve-receive formation. I'll tell you, as a guy just broadcasting the game, it's always confusing to me. I imagine it's got to be some level of confusing for the players. 22-11, once again, the Brookline lead. It is Charlie Perdue on serve for Brookline. As we've still got a bit of discussion. And now finally the serve from Perdue, received by number 2, followed up by 20, and then finally hit over by number 1. Received, followed up by Wong. Spiked by Fletcher Poon is gonna go for another kill. Would have gone for the kill anyway, but I think they said that someone touched the net. 23-11. Perdue back on serve. Up and over it goes, taken by number 1, followed up by 20. Spike by number 2 is dug out by Smagula, followed up by Wong. Spike by Sukata goes into the net. Kota Sukata getting some playing time here late in the third set, but he misses on that spike, and it'll be 23-12. It'll be Framingham's number 1 on the serve, his team trailing 23-12. The serve goes long. No, it doesn't. I think what happened was Jacob Smagula tried to dodge out of the way, but I think it brushed against his jersey, and so it gave Framingham the point. But that serve goes right into the net. And so it'll be 24-13. Jacob Smagula will be serving for the match as Adam Denker checks in once again, replacing Wes Price. Served by Smagula, received by number 2, set by 20. The spike goes through the blockers, taken by Wong, followed up by Smagula. Desperation swing by Poon, it gets over, received by 1, set by 20, spike by 2 into the net, and that's going to end it. You hate to end on an error, but I mean, if you're going to end on an error, then that's the way to do it. Some really nice hustle by Brookline to get that last point over the net. Great plays by Nikhil Wong, Jacob Smagula, and finally Fletcher Poon, who was an absolute highlight reel in that third set. He just takes a one-handed swing at the ball and manages to get it over the net and keep them in the point so that Framingham could make the final mistake of the match. Your final score here at Tappan Street Gym. The Brookline Warriors 3 sets. The Framingham Flyers none. The set scores for Brookline's win 25-11, 25-12, and 25-13. A perfect in sequence there. Several nice highlights from a number of players from Brookline. We saw plenty of great hitters off of this roster give us plenty of nice highlights, including Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Wes Price, Adam Denker, Fletcher Poon, Julian Vesneski, and Kevin Lee. We saw some nice defensive plays as well from guys like Jacob Smagula and Nikhil Wong and Corey Zetto. Wong and Zetto, of course, also providing some nice sets to set up their hitters. So 3-0 is your final score. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Tappan Street Gym. If you like my broadcast, you like what I'm doing, you want to stay up to date on my upcoming broadcasts, you can follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram. Links are in this video's description. And if you want to support what I do financially, I'm just doing this as a volunteer and plan to continue to build a portfolio so eventually I can do this for a living. But if you feel like supporting what I do here for the Brookline teams, feel free to donate. You can see my PayPal and Venmo accounts again in the description of this video. And of course, if once the team's seasons end, you want me to put together a highlight package for you, I am capable of doing that. I've done it before. If you want it for either your favorite team or your favorite player, I can compile the highlights I've got from the games that I've covered and put together a nice package for you for maybe a gift for graduation or maybe something for a college recruitment, whatever it might be. So keep that in the back of your minds as this season goes along. And for the last time from Tappan Street Gym, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Final score, Brookline 3, Framingham nothing, 25-11, 25-12, 25-13. And from Brookline, Massachusetts, I am signing off. Thank you all for watching.